Your tears singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, adios. Cause the time ain't up, yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood, yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you could rate where there ain't no love. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Choose us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge don't sink in. Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste it on my face like it's lemonade.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Man, this is a vision. What's anything could happen here? Boy, wow.
It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level will be off the charts.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down. Knox. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Toss play to Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Knox. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
All bad news. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Room at midfield. They find his.
But you and I working together.
Initial drive. And a glance here at their quarterback stand.
And had a rhythm. It's quite another when you've played as few as he has so far. Lose it, this team's going to be in trouble.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And it looks like right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of, while the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 1st down. Foster, a screen to Bell. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Maybe out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Joe Schobert on the
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Foster. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Taylor. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the carry.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 15.
Looking to throw. Foster flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley Cox there to make the grab.
Job, Alley Cat.
And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead.
Lining up.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone.
this game, and I'm gonna be holding up the lead. I'm trying hard.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Good job, Bucky.
Brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Knox. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun.
Good job. Way to get off the field.
And he's taken down.
Iraqi.
That is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play call.
Well, I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack.
That guy came off.
Not worrying so much about guessing.
That guy came off. That guy came off his dude.
Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one.
I don't like
Second
this.
down.
I don't like this. Check out of it.
They run with Taylor. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
First and 10, Taylor now. They get him to the
second quarter.
JT,
I see you, son.
5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
trying to get this done. I'm trying to get this done. Trying to get it done.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Oh, wow. Really? 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 He didn't get that, huh? He didn't get that.
Defensively thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That ain't going to happen.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Taylor again, the ball.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And his kick is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
This guy will take off and try to run.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Oh.
2nd down. It's Robinson, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Gain of 2.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Oh, yes, got him.
Traffic and it's intercepted.
Good job, Hooks. Good job, Hooks. Way to get him, Hooks. Way to get him, Hooks.
And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down now.
Hey, good job with the coming Phil. Iraqi, the Nigerian nightmare.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
Good job, guys! This defense came to play today. I see you, Shelby.
Figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gives it away.
Wow, they didn't even block that dude.
6 yards on the punt with no return.
All right, listen, be careful here, because listen, they gotta have some sort of turnover. So be careful here. Be careful here. Be careful here.
100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for in defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Foster.
Oh, shit. Oh, way to come up, boy. They were coming. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, they were coming. We had to get rid of it. They were coming.
After the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Damn, they were coming. They were coming. They were coming.
Oh, damn, they were coming. Wow. They were coming. They were coming, they're coming,
so
they're coming.
Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Taylor. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All right, Madlock, you're up. Tell you what, man.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there
in
for
field goal
the
range.
first half, and I don't think it's
Don't do anything stupid.
His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Foster escaping the pressure.
Throw it away.
And
There you go.
seeing
Throw it away.
nowhere to throw.
Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away.
Now it's
Throw it
3rd
away.
down. 9th play of the drive
Throw
coming
it
up,
away.
and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Oh, that guy batted it. Oh, hey, take your money. Take your money.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions.
Take your money.
Receivers blanketed on both attempts.
Take your money.
This time on 3rd down.
Take your money.
Good. Makes the score Colts 24. Jaguars
Take your money.
nothing.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I
Take
give
your
credit to
money.
both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 29-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. They begin the drive with Robinson.
Good job, guys. Way to swarm. Way to swarm. Way to swarm.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll
Way to
bring up a
swarm.
2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Looking deep downfield. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Knox. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Oh, man, are you fucking kidding
why
me?
not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, twisting away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the offense
Don't do anything stupid here.
with a new set of downs.
Nothing
Now
stupid.
Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
Look,
And that's the
look,
magic
look,
number
look,
for a
look,
running
look what they
back.
telling the guy to
Anytime
do.
you get to that
They
triple
tell
digits,
the guy to throw
that's all
the
you're
ball,
looking
man.
for.
Throw it.
But he's
Go
got
ahead
a
and
chance
throw
to
it.
really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Really?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I mean, we got a chance to get some points, right?
Looking to throw. Foster. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's another Colts first.
Foster now on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Foster throwing on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun.
Oh,
Foster.
you know, take your money. Take your money. Just take it. Take your money.
Goes down.
Take your money.
Taken down back at the 20.
Take your money.
Offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6
Take your
seconds
money.
left in the
Take your
second
money.
quarter.
Take your money.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Jaguars nothing.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Shit.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Oh. Okay, Madlock.
This drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A gain of 3, second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh,
so the false start.
False start at home? Come on, God. Huh.
This line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there again.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Foster. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Job, JT.
It's the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Taylor. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 23.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They can't play the day, bro.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Knox looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Knox. And
good job.
They're going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll be out of bounds. across the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's going to be taken down
about
with
face
a
man?
marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Wow. Wow.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They go right back to Mack. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A gain of 12 yards. It's now third down and 4.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be
You throw it.
back at the 45-yard line.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
You should have took off running. That big fat dude wouldn't have caught you.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking to throw on second down. Knox. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
JJ.
The return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Dancing to his left. He's going to take...
Oh!
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Jaguars come up with it. They did. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Slide. We try to slide. We try to slide. We try to slide. We try to slide.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run here with Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, Knox. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Nothing.
Operating from the gun. Knox. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
It's a gain of...
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On first down, Knox, throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Knox sets up the Robinson.
Oh, you've taken them off of him.
And they're going to be set up down around the
Damn, stop taking them off of him.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the slant, this is Chark.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Knox. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
The face mask.
Good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 62 yards on the ground. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
Now Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try and run. Here's Mack.
Good job. Good job.
That's
the a-la toss.
Their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
Then on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Knox.
Connection made with Shenault.
A gain of 6 there on first.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Knox firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Knox looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun. Knox over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
All right, guys. Good job.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline.